Hey folks, welcome back to Bama Florence and Minnesota's. You're back with your host Nate Forster, and tonight we're as rocking and rolling, still on our Domtar, or sorry, not Domtar. That's a Force Products company. Dolmar 6400 Big Bore build. I got the cylinder cleaned up. Went ahead and JB welded in the impulse. They're notorious for coming out, not the line, but the actual impulse nipple. Got our gasket on, or sorry, not gasket, intake clamp. Got the nuts in the clamp. Got our intake boot clamp on. And now we are about to moto seal it in. So follow along. While we get this going, set that back there. Try to put it on the cylinder side and see if that'll work. It may not. Just painting her on. Get it fairly, I like to do it fairly thick, especially if I'm just doing the intake side. Go all the way around it. Don't mind if some gets some bolt holes, that ain't no issue. Just want a good seal on her. Get as far, as close to that skirt as possible. Just a little bit more. There we go. Work it in. That should be good. Said the case side of it is cleaned up. What we'll end up doing is we'll sit her down on there, get some bolts going. Let it seal up for a little while. And then we'll finish tightening it down. Let's get this square how we want it. We'll go like that. It should give us enough of a lip. Hold it right there. Get her started like so. Ain't very easy to do, especially not that ain't gonna do it. Well, no, down on it, past it. So we just gotta work her down. There she goes. All right, let's pull our clamp out. Like that. Make sure we ain't come back up. We have not. Let's get this guy down into position, like so. Go ahead and grab a few bolts. Do this side over here. Oh man, dropped it down in it. So we can pick that up. Keep touching that daggum. I just dropped it even further. Can't get it from this side without getting stuff off the end. Oh man. Sometimes it just don't go like you want it to. There. Grab another one. Grab this one. Alright, put my motor seal up real quick. Set her back down into position. So, get her pretty close. Sure that guy's out of the way. See if we can get it in this time. Bingo. That went like it's supposed to. I'll grab the other one. Put it up here in the front. Can. Go. Should just be able to slide her on down. Get her into position. Something like that. Find our T27. Go ahead, get these started. There she goes. Alright, let's go grab some more. Here's one of them. Pop down in this side. There. And we'll grab this one, clean it off. Got a bunch of crud off in it. Turn her on around. I can see this front one. We'll throw it in. This one's about the toughest of them to get in. There we go. Let's go ahead and give her a little squish there. We're really trying to squish nothing out of it yet, just trying to get her to touch. Just trying to get it to squish out just a titch. Kind of want to let it tack up a little bit. Want to let it tack up just a little bit. We go full bore on it. Looks like we got a good sealer all the way around now, so that's encouraging. I like to see it pop out everywhere. We'll let it sit up for a little bit and we can come back, because we'll have to start figuring out our carb situation. I'd check her squish for one. Got a good magnet on it, I can tell you that much. On the coil and the flywheel, got a real good magnet, got good strength to it. So let's back that up. Got a choke rod, should have enough to get carburetor in it. I don't know if I got these bolts, but I could probably find something that would work. Got a muffler for it. Don't know if I have bolts for it, but I got a muffler for it. It'll be a 044 dual port. I'll open up for it. We'll check our timing numbers after we get it fully sandwiched down. Like I said, it should come up to like 98 on the exhaust, 126, 127, maybe 128 on the transfers, and probably 78, 78 and a half on the intake, somewhere in there. So it should be pretty spicy little one. We'll just have to see. The plating did seem a little thin on this big bore. Didn't chip at all, but it seemed a little thin, so we'll just have to see how she holds up. We'll have to plug this decomp. I have to find a bolt for it. Or I may try to find a decomp for them. Sure, it's fairly standard size. And you may be wondering, what's that saw back here? Well, that's another Husqvarna 55 that I'm going to build for the horizontal. Sorry, it's getting late. Horizontal hustle. I ain't got a whole lot of time left to do it, but we're going to try to get 2 entrances into it. The first one we did, y'all seen it. It's got a lot of torque. May even put an 8-pin on it and see what she'll do. This one, I'm going to put a 028 super piston in. Going to go much wilder, much higher on the exhaust roof. Probably, I think we're sitting at 104 on the other cylinder, or 102. We'll probably push it to 100 or 99. Probably gonna get it as close to 25, 26 degrees below down as we can. May even raise the transfers up a little bit. What else? Intake we'll go a little less on. Probably set it at 78 and a half, maybe 79. Try not to get over 160. And probably put some finger ports in it. We'll just have to see. But yeah, I'll probably pause y'all, and like I said, while I let this sit up for a little bit, then we'll go ahead and tighten her down, recheck her timer numbers, and then continue on the assembly. Hopefully we may be able to get it assembled tonight, but man, I'm starting to get tired. Starting to get real late. Just ain't got a whole lot of time to be doing a whole lot of this. I ain't got time to run them, that's for sure. But I said, this is a project I've been wanting to get on. I've been eyeing this all for a while, and wanted to try out one of these big bores. So it'll be 84, 85 cc, not quite 90, but if it'll hold together, it should be a pretty strong, pretty quick runner. Everything I've read, these things like to rev out when you put them at about 98 degrees. They like a lot of blow down, 27, 28 degrees, and stick at 78, 79 intake, and they should be pretty stout. But we will just have to see how the plating holds up. So I will bring y'all back after a little while, after this starts to tack up some. Then we'll finish bolting her down and keep rolling. So, appreciate it. See y'all in a little bit. All right, folks, we're back. Just got done sharpening out the chain. Should be plenty. Get this guy finished squished down. There we go. There we go. Back up here to the front. There we go. Got this guy back here. There we go. That should have a good seal all the way around. We should be good. All right, next, gotta go through parts I've got laid up here and found. There's a ring. We'll have to put our code up in here. Our throttle cable. Gotta put it in our clamp. There we go. Come on. There it goes. Gonna find this fella. Looks like we already got one bolt with it. It's just a used old what's it called? Should work fine though. We're gonna have to put it in like so. See if I can find that other one. We got a bunch of these old parts. I've had some for quite some time actually. It should be both of them 4x55. Looks about like that, and 4x55. So I use the old one. Use some of these new ones as well. And to start off with, I reckon I'll run a Warbur. Let's see if I can find it down here. That's a WJ. That'd be a big old son of a gun. Does that one not have the... Oh, it does. We could run a WJ on it. We could most certainly run a WJ. I have to find my, what's it called? I gotta see if this thing, I can even adjust this thing or not. Think so, yeah. Seated, half. This one's got, it's a true Warbur, so it's got the, what's it called, adjustment. I ain't gonna use that for now. We're not gonna run that. We will find one of our clone 372 Zamas. Need one of these. Another Zama. Sure enough, C3M. Let's see, I know I got some clones. Try this guy. Didn't want to work great for us on that 372, but maybe this time it'll work with this copy of a Marlboro, oh heck, I'm trying to think of HD12. Gotta find these little spacer deals. There we go. I said, this is a Hillock copy of Marlboro. I think we gotta run these in through here. Let me double check. Could be wrong, but I want to say, yeah, we do. It's a little tight, which ain't no issue. All right, so to get this guy down in here, which we can put the choke on later, we'll have to set it down into place. Very well. Guess we need to get this on. Been a while since I took carb off one of these Dolmars. Only other one I took it off is my other 6400. Set her down in here. And you gotta come in from the back side. It ain't the easiest. Get that. There we go. See if we can get this bolt started. Well, I say that, I gotta put the clamp in, that ring in first. Let's pull this guy back out. Get a fuel line out of there. Set it up out of our way. I gotta put this little ring in. I've got crank seals, if the crank seal's bad, I got the works. So we can get this guy to go down in there. It does. It's quite nice actually. Try this Hillock carb, see how she does. I ain't got high hopes for it, but you know, you can All you can do is try. That one's in there. Come on now. And tweak just enough. I can't get down on it. Loosen this one back up some. Way we can get this guy started. There we go. Should have her pretty. Nope, that does not. Got issue on this side. For whatever reason, it went in cross-threaded. I can see it. I have to pull that clamp off and go with something else. Here. See what I can do with it. Yeah, it just keeps wanting to push that sucker out. That ain't gonna work very good for us now, is it? That red piece had done gotten down in there. Let me go ahead and pull this guy back off. Hope we didn't warp it. Pull it back out. Yeah, some reason this guy, this side, keeps getting stuck. But this side, the other side does not. Just flip it on around. Let's put it down on this bolt first. See how far she sticks out. May end up having to take it off or trim it down. Yeah, we may end up having to trim her down or not use them at all. That may be part of our issue. Because where we had to use them. I know on the 372s you do. Just not sure on these. Feels like that's way too loosey-goosey in there. But we'll give her a shot without it. We will give it a shot. Get those out of the way for right now. Does not want to play nice, especially that fuel line. Trying to Sit right there. Alright, now we got her back in. See if she'll play a little nicer this time. Still wanting to cross thread. Yep, sure enough. It's not like that one. Gonna try, let's see if that's the old screw, and that's just not the right screw for it. Yeah, I want to say that's the old one. That's definitely the newer one. I'm gonna try that other new one. See if that is the difference. For some reason it is not. Want to tighten up right. And throw this bolt down in my 372s. It's probably fine. Try that. So the right side end is perfectly fine, and I may be able to find another, I think an intake throttle guide from a 372 will work on here. Yeah, it just does not like to go down there smooth, for whatever reason. Something about that intake block ain't no good, or the intake guide. Oh, it's still in there. Don't want to rip her boot. That's a very expensive boot nowadays. Very expensive boot. Let me see if I can just get the thread normally. No, she's done been cross-threaded or something. This one's perfectly fine, but that other insert has been cross-threaded or something. We're going to pull that out. Have to pull her back out. Get this ring out of here. There we go. See if I have a 372 guide I put down in there. They're basically the same guide from what I can gather. Yeah, something about that guy's cross-threaded. That tuck, sure enough, is cross-threaded. Wonder if I flip it around, would be any better. Around this way, so we can get her clean up. Y'all know I don't like these plastic guides. No how. No how, no way. There she goes. I think we got it clean up. Still a little tight, but a whole lot better than it was. So I ain't a huge fan of these plastic guides with these inserts. You'll warp them pretty easy. cleaned it up. See, this one's perfectly good. That one's just gonna be a little tight, I believe. Daggum impulse and whatnot is getting on the nerves. So we can get her back down in here. That side. Oop. That side. Down. Get her top. Once you have it stuck down, it's not the easiest to do. Trying to work, oh man, trying to work her on down without popping a hole in her. There she goes. Got it back down in there. Just pull it back. There's your seats. Something like that. Gotta put her guide back. Throttle guide. Get it back down in there. There we go. Put this guy back down in here. Really think we need to use these guys, but I think you need to cut them down just a little bit. We will. Just take some 10 snips. Take about yay off. If I can get it straight. That should be enough. Same thing with this side. I said this is not gonna be OEE by no means. Wasn't meant to be. There we go. Now, put her on here. Shouldn't stick out backside of a carb. That should work. See how she does with a carb. Either sticks out, nice. There we go. Set her back on in here. If I can get this fuel line and whatnot out of her way. There we go. Now let's try her again. Till we can get her to line up for us. Still trying to do the same thing. Yeah, she done cross threading, trying to at least. Not like that. Let's see if I have a metal intake clamp I can put in here. I do not like that at all. Not like how they keep trying to cross thread, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright, we're back. So ended up using, you can see that, it's a metal intake or throttle guide off of like a 372. Gotta make sure you pull your throttle cable all the way up through it, but she does work, and goes all the way back down to idle. Get full throttle out of her. So I'd say we are good on that spectrum. Now we got to figure out intake, or what's called impulse. Got to trim this one down probably somewhere around there. Got a fuel line. Let's see if we can get this impulse to do like we want it. I'll have to push her back through a little bit. gotta get it to go up on the carb. There we go. Now we just push her all the way the rest of the way on there. We'll grab her end right here. Can grab her end. We can pull her all the way up on here. Should be able to. Keep working her on. She'll slide up there in a minute. Now we wanted to. There we go. That should be plenty. Should be more than plenty. I can pull this bolt out of here. I don't know what kind of bolt that went to. See if she's through. She's free. Put her up there on our carb. I said I was going to check their timing, but I got ahead of myself. I ain't going to do it, not tonight. I may pull it back apart at some point, but I don't think I will be tonight. I want to get it finished up. So let me look through some of my other parts here. Got spare bolts. That guy. There's that. Choke. Need that guy. Don't need that guy. Don't need that guy. Yeah, spare bolts and whatnot. I need a choke. That little guy. Don't need neither of those. Need that. That's the guy I'm looking for a carb. I don't know if we'll be able to get it off in there, but we can try. Usually all it does is go off in here. And does it stay just like that? There she goes. Now she done it. There we go. One piece at a time. Won't cost me a dime. I say that. It cost me a dime, trust me. It cost me more than a penny. There's a little flap. If I remember right, she goes like this. Just push her down on there. Push her in. It keeps junk from trying to jump out in your carb. There we go. Put our choke on. Just a little difficult, especially on this guy. You got to get it down, kind of loop her right there. Make sure she's going all the way down on. She's going back to idle. Just want to make sure. All right. Make sure, spin around. Make sure we ain't slamming nowhere. Don't appear to be. Put that stuff back in there. Parts and bolts we won't be using. Have to do another squish test. Grab a solder. see how she does. I'll send her all the way across first. Make sure she's pretty straight. That's about as flat as she gonna get. Uh-oh. So, count, this thing's getting pretty wonky. May not work for us. Yeah. She's getting pretty wonky. Only had it forever. May have to pick up a new one tomorrow. Right there it's saying I'm sitting at about 24, 25 thou. Yeah, about 25 thou. Try around the back. Something like that should do it. Alright. Got a pretty good swish on there. Sitting at about 20, 22 thou on the back right there. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Check her sides real quick. Use a screwdriver down here on the plywood for this side. There we go. Yeah, about 22, 23. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be just fine. Now, reckons if I spark a plug for it. A sparker plug. I reckon we could probably use this guy. It's a little dirty. There's threads chewed up in it. Nope. Does have crush washer, okay. Good, remember seeing a crush washer on it. Grab my 19. Let's see what kind of. Well, that's pretty good compression. See if I got a decomp that'll work. I got one here from this old Palmatech, but I think I also got a plug. See if it's the same one. I bet it is. They all use the same stuff nowadays. Sure enough. There you go. Well, that's pretty decent compression, I'd say that much. That she will. That she will. Let's see. Yeah, better say that guy. Yep. She'll end up having pretty decent impression, I believe. Alright, let's keep rocking and rolling. Have to put this guy down. If we can. And not be able to. Oh, we gotta get her killed. Or what's called back through it. Plug wire. Get it back through. Get this little spacer deal. Gotta figure out how to get it just right in here. There we go. That's got her just right. Nope, not on this side. There we go. There she goes. Down where she needs to be. Where's this guy go in? Sure, we were supposed to put it in before we got that, so let's do that again. Can. There we go. Now, should just have to get it back down on that piece. Get it lined up right. This piece is where it's going to be difficult. Where it's going to act difficult for us. Gotta get that divider in its rightful place. Which is not wanting to go, probably because I put the spark plug in there. There we go. Oh, I just had it. There. And she falls right down into place. That'll fall right where it needs to go. Pull this kill wire out some more. Go ahead and put it down. Starting to look like a saw again. Now I gotta find some bolts to put down in here. Don't believe I have any. That's why I got this nice set of spare bolts. Let's see, I bet them would be close. All the same thread. Go. One for that side. We'll have to get a air filter. Do not have one of them. Got that. little, what's it called? A little soft. Keep that up here just in case we need it. Just make sure she'll pop out her decon. Is it hitting anywhere? Get a decon to pop back out. But let me grab a pick and I can get it. There she goes. Yeah, I think the Dolmars are a little bit longer, but that ain't no worry. Alright, let's see about start assembly. I don't think there was anything behind it. If I remember right, it just bolts straight to her. Get that guy underneath right there. Get her in place. There she goes. There she goes. Starting to look like a saw again. I'm sure there's going to be an air leak or two, either in the cylinder or the carb. I'm sure there will be. Oh yeah, she'll come up nicely. It's already like that. It'll come up real nice. Don't like how that decon's not coming out. I mean, it's not really supposed to come out till cylinder fires, but it should be a little bit better than that. Let's see, do we have one more bolt? Smaller bolt. Don't believe we do for this guy right there. Just hold him in. I have to go get one. Maybe not. Yeah, that's about what she's gonna do. Definitely needs like a spacer or something in there, but she'll work for now at least. All right. Do we do a compression test on it just to see what she's at? Why not? Got to empty out my pressure tester last time. Let's do a compression test, see what she's sitting at for now. I'll have to find so I can take off our adapter. take off our drill chuck for our timing wheel. There we go. I got the clutch and everything back over there. Yeah. So remember that E-clip was a pain in the butt. There we go. Set that guy up there. Got this guy. There we go. Yeah, we may have to notch this cover a little bit for this decomp. Just have to see where this guy's sitting at for now. Go ahead and open our let's come. I'm gonna sit down here on the floor real quick. Shoot. So if it is tight. All right, sitting at 150. Give it a couple more pulls. Oh, man. All right, sitting at 160. Yep. Sitting at about 160 right now. So once she breaks in, maybe 170, 175. That'd be nice. Most folks like to get these up around 200, but I can't cut bases, so I can't get it that close. Can't cut the chamber, but 160 is pretty good to start off with, especially since that ring ain't seated yet. There we go. I think I even got that top cover. Yep. Top cover right there. See how she fits up. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. You're gonna look good. Would say I love my redheads, but this one actually ain't a redhead. 'Tis not a redhead. To find my or did it may not have come with one. Is that 387? Is that for that one? Yes, just gotta flip it around. There we go. We gotta find a little retainer. No, it's up here. Saw it just the other day. Granted, I ain't been out here in like 2 weeks, so it's been a little while. But I do know it is up here. Make sure I didn't throw it down in here. But darn, I did. Yeah, she goes on something like so. I always forget which way these go. Oh, definitely the other way. I'll be like, well, why aren't you pressure testing it? Well, I'm gonna let it show me what it wants to do. If it wants to act up, then so be it. That's when we'll pull it back down and pressure test it. Let's go ahead and set her up like that. That's how I usually like to do it. Grab my pliers. See if she'll go down. There she did. Just like that. Nice. Sometimes they will work with you. Had a bolt fall. Alright. As far as our, what's it called? Now we had some bar plates with it. Trying to remember where I set them. I've been with these guys. No. Didn't set them up there. I set them, remember I set them somewhere different. But regardless, I can get back to those. Let's see. Guessing the band is out of this guy. Let's see. Nope, she's there. Band works. About to put on a spring, which I've got that in there. I'll have to find a bolt for it. That ain't no issue. Know what size you are. You're gonna be some kind of small. Small hex. So let's see. Bet I won't have one to fit down in there. Huh. What am I supposed to do with that? Sure enough, I need some kind of little bill, small hex. See if I can get a small Allen key that'll fit it. Real small Allen key. No, I don't have to get small hex. That seems to fit it. Let's see. There we go. I had to put it on too tight. Oh, I'll get rid of a little more than that. Got that. Find where I set my 13 at. I think it's right there. Give it one nice little tighten. That should be plenty tight. Plenty tight. Get this guy back where it goes. Right there. I guess we gotta grab our handle, put it back on. That's it, I'll worry about the muffler another night. I ain't overly worried with it right now. There we go. I do believe those are right here. Don't fall out of place. Come on. If I can get this guy started right. There it goes. I said very similar to the 372 in my opinion. Very similar. does appear that it's not fully seated there, but so be it. Flip her on up. Flip her on up. Slide this guy up. Slide this guy back. Little cattywampus right there. There she goes. Grab these guys. Slide this guy on up where she sits right there. Go back to our bolts. Or may have left them on the table. Let's see. That no more. That no more. That no more. That's like that. There's the exhaust gasket. There's the bolts. Let's see. Need that no more. Have to go through all those at a later date. That's for the Dolmar. Or for a Dolmar. That's for the Dolmars. That is not. I bet you one of these guys will work just fine in there. I said that. That guy sure won't. Definitely bigger than that. Wonder. That guy fit. Nope. We'll have to find a bolt for that. I bet them were some kind of carb bolts or maybe muffler bolt. Shoo-wee. Getting tired. But alright, I guess that'll wrap this one up for right now. Since we ain't got a bolt that'll fit that. But that ain't no issue. We'll get one up here soon. But that's pretty well it. Just need to get her muffler for her, and we'll get that one bolt. That will be good to give her a try. 85 cc's, ported. May have an air leak, may not. We'll just have to see. So, appreciate y'all watching. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button. Want to see more? Hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks, y'all.